As we go through the specification, you'll know the different points that we'll be studying. We're going to start off with 1.1.1, atoms, elements and compounds. So what you need to know is atoms are the simplest part of an element that can exist. They're made up of 3 subatomic particles, protons, neutrons and electrons. Elements are made up of only one type of atom, and they're arranged in the periodic table, and each one has its own symbol. Now when you combine elements together, different elements together, compounds are formed. So when elements form by chemical reactions, where elements join together. Common example is sodium reacting with chlorine to make sodium chloride. This is a really bright reaction, it gives out loads of energy because sodium is a very reactive group 1 metal that wants to lose an electron, and group 7 chlorine is a very reactive non-metal that wants to gain an electron. So you take a reactive metal and a non-reactive gas in chlorine, and you react them together, you make an ionic compound called sodium chloride. You'll know it as chip salt or table salt, sodium chloride, NaCl. It's really not important that you know the names of the symbols of the elements because you get a periodic table, but for confidence, and we're all about confidence, it's good for you to know them. So the first 20 elements go like this: hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium and calcium. Now you don't have to be able to recite them like that, there's lots of songs available out there for you to learn, but I like to learn the periodic table as if it's a language. So imagine you're going up to someone for the first time and you're going to speak chemistry to them. The first thing you say to them is H-H-H-H-E-H-H-H-E-L-I-B-E-B. That's a greeting that means the first 5 elements in the periodic table. H-H-L-I-B-E-B. Now if they greet you in a positive way, they will say Knopfnina. Carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium. Knopfnina. The next one. So if you remember H-H-L-I-B-E-B Knopfnina, you've learnt the first 11 elements in the periodic table. The next greeting goes like this: Megalsips. Magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus and sulfur. Megalsips. M-G-S-I-S-P-S. Sips. And the final greeting would be Clark-K. Cl for chlorine, Ar for argon, K for potassium and Ca for calcium. So put them all together: H-H-L-I-B-E-B Knopfnina, Megalsips, Clark-K. What I'd like to do is stop there and have a little go at learning the first 20 elements in the periodic table.